EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Commanders Field, located near our nation's capital here in Landover, Maryland. It's the Battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. To throw is Daniels. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And now off to the races down the right side. Terry McLaurin, touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 74 yards. And the Commanders need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start with the option. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he is going to lose yardage here. On 2nd down, here's Henry. fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Play action. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And the ball situated at the 9. Second and goal. Jackson steps away to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. third down, Robinson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
On fourth down, here's Daniels. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Being chased out left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson, flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. There he goes left side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A first down carry for Henry. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. On the counter, it's Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. In motion goes the tight end. He'll buy some time right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy and let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
that he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now their versatile running back, here's Austin Eckler. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This taken in at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Henry again on second down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Henry up the middle. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. And here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Well, another fine run right there from Lamar Jackson. And CD, that one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? With Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in a season as the top running backs in the league.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Daniels now on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's Daniels. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To the air goes Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. They keep it with Henry on first down. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got him for a loss. That's going deep for Bateman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll buy some time right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Robinson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trip. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have taken a 4th quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
following the touchdown. Here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Inside handoff, Henry.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and, of course, a special player.
Eluding the pressure right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Here's 1st and goal. A give to Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times, nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Shreds the tackle. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Able to find Ertz. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
That one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good. And
we're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hurts throwing right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Play action. It's Goff. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Throwing on third. Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it. Fourth down to give to Gibbs. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Slot man moves right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now. Goff. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Montgomery is in for a Lions touchdown. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
6-0 our score after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Here's Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch here by St. Brown. Good for a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Zach Bond there on the tackle.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
And oh, it's wide right. No good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
It wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. On 1st down, Hurts gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 46. Mike 46. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Escaping the pressure right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Smith. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Now Elliott good with a PAT, and that will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Goff. This to Laporta, right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
2nd and 5. To throw is Goff. And that one too wide and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. From the 50, it's Goff. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Goff's throw taken in here by Patrick. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Bates' kick is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the 2nd half is underway. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 51 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. St. Brown in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Now Montgomery running right. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Richardson looking to throw this. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down. Richardson off the play fake. Flush to his right. There he goes, right side. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Play action. Now Richardson. Flushed out right. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. Look at the big man rumble. He may go. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 71 yards. And the 49ers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
And he returns this to the 22. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. In the first drive, they were moving the ball okay. Then the interception. Now time to regroup after giving up the score.
Yeah, I noticed him on the sidelines talking with one of his coaches, and they were comparing the pictures, right? You get the photos, what the defense was doing. They were carving it up pretty well, as you noted. I think they focused a lot on, okay, what happened on the interception ball, seeking to avoid it in the future.
2nd and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Richardson looking to throw. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Richardson to throw off play action. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Leonard Floyd. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Richardson going on 4th down. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. Oh, and his